The summer of 1969 was meant to be about peace and love. It was a time when the youth of America embraced ideals of harmony and unity, hoping to create a better world. The Vietnam War raged on, casting a shadow over the nation, but a new generation was rising. They were determined to make their voices heard, protesting against the war and advocating for civil rights. They yearned for change. They believed in hope. The youth movement of the 1960s was a powerful force, driven by a desire to break free from the constraints of the past and build a future based on love and understanding. Then, Charles Manson plunged America into darkness. His actions were a stark contrast to the ideals of the time, revealing a sinister undercurrent that many had not seen coming. He shattered the illusion of peace. His name became synonymous with evil. Manson's twisted ideology and manipulative tactics turned him into one of the most infamous figures in American history. The Manson family murders sent shockwaves across the nation. The brutality of the crimes and the seemingly senseless nature of the violence left the country in a state of shock and disbelief. They exposed the dark underbelly of the counterculture movement. What was once seen as a beacon of hope and change now had a shadow cast over it, revealing that not all was as it seemed. Manson's crimes were not just acts of violence. They were calculated acts of terror. His ability to manipulate and control his followers showed a chilling level of psychological insight and malevolence. He intended to ignite a race war. He called it helter-skelter. This apocalyptic vision was a twisted interpretation of societal tensions, and Manson believed it would lead to a complete upheaval of the existing order. This apocalyptic vision drove his followers to kill. Under Manson's influence, they committed heinous acts, believing they were part of a larger divine plan. The summer of '69 became a turning point. It marked the end of an era of innocence and the beginning of a more cynical and wary time in American history. The world witnessed the devastating potential of unchecked charisma. Manson's ability to attract and control his followers highlighted the dangers of charismatic leaders who use their influence for evil purposes. Manson's story is a chilling reminder. It shows how easily vulnerability can be manipulated. His followers were often young, idealistic individuals who were searching for meaning and direction, making them easy targets for Manson's manipulative tactics. It forces us to confront the darkness that can reside within seemingly ordinary individuals. Manson's followers were not inherently evil, but under his influence they committed unspeakable acts. The Manson family murders remain a haunting chapter in American history. They serve as a reminder of the fragility of peace and the ease with which it can be shattered. They serve as a stark warning about the dangers of unchecked power and the seductive nature of evil. Manson's story is a testament to the destructive potential of charismatic leaders who prey on the vulnerable and the disillusioned.
The family eventually settled at Spawn Ranch, a place that seemed to mirror our own brokenness. This dilapidated movie set became our commune, a sanctuary for those who felt outcast by society. We lived a nomadic lifestyle, embracing free love and drug use as a form of rebellion against societal norms. We were cut off from mainstream society, and this isolation deepened their dependence on me, making them more susceptible to my influence. I encouraged criminal activity, seeing it as a way to fund our lifestyle and further control my followers, who were willing to do anything for me. The family engaged in petty theft and drug dealing, living in constant fear of my wrath, which I used to maintain order and loyalty. The ranch became a breeding ground for violence, a place where the lines between right and wrong were blurred. My rhetoric grew increasingly unhinged, filled with dark prophecies and apocalyptic visions. I spoke of an apocalyptic race war, believing I would emerge as its leader, a savior in a world gone mad. My followers, indoctrinated and drugged, were primed to carry out my bidding without question, their minds clouded by my teachings. They believed they were fulfilling a higher purpose, a divine mission that justified any action, no matter how extreme. Life at Spawn Ranch was communal, with everyone sharing resources and responsibilities, further binding them to the group. Their devotion to me was absolute, a testament to the power of manipulation and the human need for belonging. Night gatherings at the ranch were filled with music, drugs, and my sermons, which reinforced their loyalty and commitment. As we prepared for the race war I prophesied, the sense of urgency and purpose among my followers grew stronger. In the final days at Spawn Ranch, the atmosphere was charged with anticipation and fear, a volatile mix that would soon lead to tragedy. On August 8th, 1969, I set my plan in motion. It was a night that would forever change the course of history, a night that would leave an indelible mark on the American psyche. I ordered 4 followers to go to 10,050 Cielo Drive, a place that held significant meaning for me. This was the former home of Terry Melcher, a record producer who had rejected my music. His rejection was a personal affront, a blow to my ambitions and dreams. I believed Melcher had wronged me, and I wanted revenge. My followers, loyal and devoted, were ready to carry out my orders without question. The followers, high on drugs and my rhetoric, entered the home and brutally murdered everyone inside. They were driven by a twisted sense of purpose, fueled by my manipulative words. The victims were actress Sharon Tate, 8 months pregnant, and 4 others, Jay Sebring, Abigail Folger, Wojciech Frykowski, and Stephen Parent. Their lives were cut short in a horrifying act of violence. The murders were shocking in their brutality. The news spread like wildfire, capturing the attention of the entire nation and sending waves of fear and disbelief.
The following night, Manson himself led a group of us to the home of Lino and Rosemary LaBianca. This time, he wanted to ensure the message was unmistakable. They too were brutally murdered. The scene was one of unimaginable horror, a testament to the depths of human depravity. Manson used these killings to send a message. He wanted to show the world the power he wielded over his followers and the lengths they would go to for him. He wanted to incite fear and chaos, hoping to spark his apocalyptic vision. His delusions of grandeur and desire for control led to a series of events that would forever be etched in infamy.